Hello everyone, welcome to Wing Paper Crafting. My name is Angel Fitch. If you're new around here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm so glad you've all decided to join me today. Today we're going to do our 7th and final set of alternatives for the April 2026 Paper Pumpkin Kit called Lakeside Retreat. Here are the 9 cards that you could have made it with this kit had you done it as intended. And we're going to change things up a little bit and do our last set of alternatives. So, as I'm getting the stuff ready in here for our first one, if I could ask you, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. Join our community. And, leave me a comment, hit that like button. I would appreciate all that you do. Okay, so we're going to start with a card base of Pool Party here. That is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We're going to give this a nice burnish so it lays nice and flat. Have a piece of basic white for the inside. That's 4 by 5 1/4. I have this, which is a leftover piece. We used this inner piece on a previous card, and so I didn't want to throw this away. I thought we could use this, and so we're gonna build us up a little scene within this little open space where I took this arch out of. So we're just gonna use this sign that I cut from the add-on dies and one of the bicycles that was in the kit, and we're going to try to incorporate some of these funky looking river rock in here. I can try to see if I can use some of those up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this arched cutout piece here down as our first layer. So we're just going to put a little glue around the outside of this, making sure to get the corners. That always seems to be where I miss, and then my corners come up. So I'm trying to make a concerted effort to be better about getting glue in the corners. Okay, so let's just press this down. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, our bicycle's going to go like in here, and we're going to put our little sign here. So the bicycle's going to be the last. We're going to put the sign in first. So I want to just put that right there. So let's get this piece down and then we'll do our stamping. So just a little bit of glue. Not a lot because this is pretty tiny. I almost dropped it. Pretty tiny around here, so you don't want to put a lot. So I'm going to put this just right down here in the corner so that I have room over here mostly for the bicycle. And we're going to make this sit on our bottom here so it doesn't look like it's just floating out in space. So it looks like it's grounded. Okay, so let's do stamping real quick. We are going to stamp with the Peaceful Pine stamp spot that came in the kit because I don't have this full pad yet. If I did, we would use that, but I don't. So on this, we are going to do Happy Birthday. And on the outside, and on the inside we're going to do Older, Wiser, Better. And so these are both stamps that came in the kit. So let's just ink this up. I really like this Peaceful Pine color. It's a new one, and I wasn't sure if I would or not, just because, you know, we have other green colors, but this one's kind of a rich, dark, almost pine color, which I have really enjoyed using. So I'm definitely going to buy the full-sized ink pad, but right now it's out of stock, so I'm using what I have, which is the little one. So that's going to go there. And then let's get our inside piece inked up. These stamping spots are nice if you're going to, go to crops or travel and want to take ink with you. They're a good thing to have. I have like a whole box of them now from all the paper pumpkins that I've ever gotten. All right. Let's see. Looks like I've got something on that, so we're going to turn that over. All right. Get this down. There we go. All right. Let's get the lid back on the ink before I get into trouble with it. All right, let's get our sign piece down. So that we're going to just line up right here on our frame. So just like that. And we'll get our inside piece down. And then I think we're going to pop our bicycle up on some dimensionals just to give it a little bit of height. So let's get this put down in here. All right. Now, let's see. Dimensionals. Let's see where they have run off to. Here they are. Okay. So let's just do a couple on here. We don't need a lot. I think we can get away with 3. So let's get the backs off here. And then we will set our bicycle right down. Let's see, where should we put it? Maybe just below our, here we go, just like that. Perfect. Okay, now, where can we put our river rock? Or whatever this is supposed to be. Kind of weird that you'd have river rock at a lake, but hey, you know, what do I know? They look like rocks. Let's see if we can get some more putty out of the end of our, take your pick tool, so I can actually pick something up. Oh, these are stuck on there like, whew, that one doesn't want to come off and play. All right, let's put the rocks over here, kind of at the base of our sign, because that might actually be a thing in real life. I can see it. Let's see, and we'll do one more. Just kind of, let's see. All right, we're gonna go with that. And there we go. Cute, happy birthday card. All right, let's move on to our second one. Let's see. We're also gonna do a base of Pool Party, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Give it a nice burnish. Piece of white for the inside, 4 by 5 1/4. Now here's what we're gonna do. We've got this piece of green plaid that came in the kit just like that. And we've got, this was a half of a card base that I've cut down. This is 2 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is going to go here, so on our very left edge. And then we're going to put our little plaid piece, and then we're going to build a sign here. This came in the kit, and this goes in, is the part that actually makes the sign. And then I cut this, and I don't now remember where I cut it from, but it was a piece of, maybe here. So this is a new die set, lovely arrangements, and there's this like little, looks like just a pole piece here. And so I thought we could use this to kind of hold our sign up, because I thought, you know, this sign floating here in the air kind of looked strange. So I just cut anything that you can find in your dies that is just a piece of, or you could actually cut this by hand if you wanted to. But seems to be there's quite a few die sets that have just a little piece in them like that. So let's go ahead and get our front down here. I'm going to start with our patterned paper all the way to the left edge. Okay, looks good. Our plaid paper is going to be next. We're just going to put that right next to the pattern paper, just like that. And then we're going to do our stamping, and then we'll put our little thing together. We've also got this little fish plaque that we're going to use as well. So, stamping. Let me get these stamps off of this because I need our blocks. So we are going to do on our sign, we're going to do this the stamp that says sun. So that's going to go here, and then on the inside we're going to do Year in Inspiration. And so this will block up here, and we're going to use this same Peaceful Pine ink that I am just getting everywhere. Why not? Okay, Good thing it's water-based and it comes right off with some water. All right, so we're going to ink this up. And see, that kind of looks like it's streaky. And I don't think I've used this stamp yet, so let's go ahead and do some seasoning on this. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. But I'm just going to make sure we've got that film off of that it comes with when they manufacture it. So we'll try this again. That looks a little better. It seemed like it stamped okay. It just looks funny on here. Okay, let me see. I almost need 2 hands to use the little stamping spot. All right, this is going to go on here. Let's see. Let's make sure it's right side up. There we go. So we can use that piece. And then we'll ink up our inside. That looks pretty good. Alright. And let me make sure this is right side up. Okay. Get that down. There we go. We're going to put the lid back on the ink. And let's build here. So let's put this on the inside. Get that out of the way. And we'll just center this up in here. There we go. Now, back out here. Let's do this. Let's put our actual sign piece. Let me see here. I wonder if we should have, if this would fit the other direction. You know what? I think I'm going to change the orientation of it. So let's do take 2. I just realized I want our sign to go the other direction. So let's just ink this up again real quick. And instead of doing this way, horizontal, we're going to have it vertical. I think this will still fit across here. Okay. There we go. It's a good thing that there's 2 sides to the little piece of paper, right? Okay, so now let's get this put on here. And it actually, you know, my stamp wasn't clean when I started, but I honestly don't hate it. It's got just a little bit of ink that came off in between the letters, but it almost makes it look aged. So I think I'm going to just go with it. So we're going to put this piece down next. So I kind of want this hanging like right about here. And then we'll take this little thin pole piece that I cut, and we're just going to put that atop here so that it looks like it's hanging from that. Perfect. And our little fish is going to go just flat right above that. Just like that. Cool. Perfect, perfect. All right, let's see. We still have some more river rock to use. So let's see what we can do with these. If I can even get them off. Let's see. Let's put one down here. And they're kind of different shaped. Like these are more, these over here are more oval and these are more round. And it's stuck to my glass mat. It doesn't want to play. Alright, we're going to put that one there. And we're just going to do another one the same size. Right there. And there is our cute sun card. Perfect. Alright, so here are the 2 cards that we made today. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And this is what I have for today. We're going to be back in a day or two with our first alternatives from the May kit. So make sure you stop back by and join us for that. Have a crafty day. Bye.